Alrighty, folks, this is a call we do every Monday. It's what I call the hub call. Yes, I own an office building in Fresno where we have amazing contributors, folks that help me in my business, but also are wonderful go-givers and help people throughout the Central Valley and frankly, the country as we document stories, answer questions, and just help. Carlos, how you doing, man? You were first up this morning. You're walking through a project. What's going on?
Awesome. I beat Matt.
Yay!
No, I'm doing great. We're actually here today. Uh, we finished last week on Friday, and today our shipment for bark was
Yeah.
brought in. So
Oh, got a big pile of bark.
yeah, so we should be done in about less than an hour, and then we're gonna head out to our next project here in Fresno. And so, and then knock it out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I will do a walk-up video later today and show you
Awesome.
how it turned out.
Awesome, folks. Well, folks, if you don't know who Carlos is obviously a member of the Hub. He's a member of my go-to team. He has done many flips for me over the years. He does work on my portfolio of rentals all the time. If people wanted to reach out to you, Carlos, get a bid, ask a question, you actually are doing more and more on Instagram, which I love. Ask the Handyman. What is your Instagram page? And also, most importantly, what's the phone number if somebody wanted to reach out, get a bid, or ask questions?
Oh, definitely. You can give us a call at 559-681-8431. That's 559-681-8431. You'll get my beautiful wife answering the phone and give her all your stats, all the things you want us to do. And we definitely submit an estimate and we'll go from there.
There you go. And what's your Instagram page?
Oh, it would be at CMG services.
At,
Let me,
at
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. At CMG Services. Very, very cool. Well, Carlos, we look forward to seeing the video walkthrough because, again, folks, you will see, again, I have a playlist called Property Walkthroughs on the channel. You can see a lot of the work Carlos has done and other folks like Jason Pritchard and the like. So, Carlos, thank you so much. Matt, what's going on? It sounds like you had a busy weekend with people actually negotiating and getting great deals. That's what people don't realize. You don't got to pay list price. You can actually go out, do the work, get seller credits, right? Disrespectful offers and occasionally get them. So what's going on?
Right. Yeah, that's what I was sharing with you guys before we jumped on was that, I had a super busy weekend talking to buyers, talking to agents, like the buy side agents, the list side agent on offers that were going out. And, Q4 is hunting season. Q4 is honestly the quarter where investors do their most work. This Q4, like last Q4, is going to be full of opportunities. So I'm excited for the ones that we're working with that understand that and see that. This epiphany I had this weekend, and so I'm going to make a video on it today, is some folks that don't understand what's going on yet, sellers and the sellers' agents, are going to be in for a rude awakening when their stuff sits. I was reminded of this because I always pop into open houses. I love it. It's market research. I love real estate. I'm going in there and just checking things out. And then from time to time, when I see an agent who only closes a couple deals a year, might be out of town, put something on the market where I'm like, you weren't in this house, or you weren't in this market, or you were in a coma. One of these three things happened. Like for you to price this at 525, like it's
what are you doing? Yeah,
it's tough too because the video I'm going to make is that generally speaking, I'm seeing sellers make two mistakes. They either hire the wrong agent or they hire the right agent and they don't listen. The right agent with the right market knowledge is going to tell you, hey, listen, in this condition, 525 is not going to happen. This will sit for 30 or 60 days. Rather than have that happen, do you want to get in front of it? Do you want to price it at 469 or 479 where it's more likely to land? At least get some eyeballs where people see it. Because at 525 with 100,000 in work, nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to offer on this house. Like that's what I would say to that seller of this one I walked through yesterday. But unfortunately, sellers just don't know. And I get it, right? You're an heir of aging parents that went to a home and you call somebody who says, yeah, I'm a real estate professional. And I've been in this business for 26 years. Only sold 9 homes in 26 years, but I've been in it for 26 years. Yeah. And, they throw up a sign and put it at a price thinking incorrectly that that's all it takes to sell a home. In this market, it takes more than that. And in this market, with the lack of like kind of knowledge and work done on that side, our buyers on the buy side can go in there and negotiate. You know, it might be 60 or 90 days from now, right? It might take a little time for the awakening, but it's buy season for buyers, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I just want to be very clear on that. Last year we did this. I have receipts. I love ugly properties. I love agents that take pictures with their phone. I mean, like, how lazy can you be? But hey, you get in the MLS, you think that's all this takes, and you give me an ugly property with good bones in the winter at 8% mortgage rates, I'm going to buy that thing for 30% less than list price after it ages out 30 or 45 days. I did it twice last year. I'll do it again this year. And folks, if you're following One Rental at a Time, we are only writing great offers. Disrespectful. We're following up. We're doing the work. And if you do that, I like your chances. I like your chances. So awesome, Matt. Thank you so much. Amy, up next, what's going on in Fresno? I just love what's going on in the Fresno market. We still have credits or opportunities for buyers with certain income levels, I believe.
Yeah, we do. We have a ton of programs. You know, if somebody's needing a little help with the down payment, or, you know, want to figure out how to get those closing costs covered, you know, just reach out to us. We can help structure something. It's doable. We just have to know what your scenario is. But we'd love to get you a plan going.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that not enough home buyers and investors do. And I strongly recommend, right? If you have interest, if you're doing the work and you need a little help, I would strongly recommend, especially if you're in the Central Valley, reaching out to Amy. If you're around the country, Matt, the mortgage guy and the great mortgage broker can help. But if you're in Fresno, love to document the story. Love to have my entire team at the hub help you so we can help the country just understand what is possible. I don't think a lot of people realize all the programs out there, right? They're like, hey, I don't have the down payment, I'm stuck. Hey, I don't have cash, I'm stuck. There's a lot of ways to get in this game. So if somebody want to reach out and just say, this is my scenario, this is my story, can you help? How are we doing that?
Okay, greatmortgagebroker.com. Quick little form. We'll get you in touch with our team. We will absolutely get you taken care of. Or if you have just a quick question, you just kind of want to fill us out a little bit before you do that, you can give me a call or a text at 559-472-0686.
Yeah, and if you're in the Fresno, Clovis, Madera area, we would love to help you. Just because we want to document the story. We know it's tough out there. We would love to get the story. We'd love to kind of turn my entire network of the Central Valley to see if we can't help you. And Amy is a clear cog in that wheel. So Amy, any other closing thoughts?
You know, I've been talking to agents all weekend with open houses and just calling, the agents that I've worked with in the past. And, we're steady. Fresno is a strong market, but we are seeing if homes aren't priced right initially, they're going to sit. They just are. And, if you're working with the right agent, don't be shy to go look at those overpriced houses, put an offer in, talk to your lender, your agent and your lender are going to build rapport with the listing agent. They're going to go back and talk to the sellers and just get it done.
Yeah, folks, at the end of the day in Q4, really anytime, but Q4 especially, write offers that make sense for you, right? A list price is just somebody's opinion. Write offers that make sense to you, right? So Amy, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of the hub and helping all the folks in Fresno. I appreciate that. Mr. TYLG, what's going on?
Yeah. Good to be here. Good to be here. I'm excited for the season, right? It's fourth quarter. I always love the fourth quarter, first quarter. So if you look at from October, November, December, January, February, March, I kind of consider that really like put your head down season. Mm-hmm. And this is the time. And I know we say it's tried and true. And that's why we say it all the time. But the mantra, do the work, do the work, do the work. I really believe this season, as we go fourth quarter, first quarter, this transition every year, it's such a great opportunity for a couple reasons. Number one, a lot of agents, a lot of investors are asleep at the wheel. A lot of people throw in the towel this time. Also, too, I think it's interesting that like in the last week, I do a lot of direct to seller work. So, even then I work with agents and wholesalers as well. But across the board, I heard 3 or 4 times this week, we want to get it done by the end of the year. We want to get it done by the end of the year. And I just, and again, it just, reconfirms the idea that there are people that need to sell. Give an example in the Bay Area, 950 to $1 million neighborhood in the San Francisco, Oakland Bay Area in Alameda County, not in Oakland, a very nice neighborhood, nice area, desired area in Alameda County. Talking to a guy, it's his mom's house. She passed. He knows it's worth probably $825 to $850. He could fix it up, maybe sell it for $9+. But he's like, look, if I can just get 7 and get it done by the end of the year, that makes the deal. So that kind of stuff is out there, and it's out there left and right for those of you that do the work, whether you're working through a realtor, working direct to seller, if you're a realtor, working direct to seller to find your next listing, your next deal. Those deals are out there. And then one last thing I want to say that I think really echoes across the board, whether it's an investor, a home buyer, or an agent: communication, communication, communication. Had a listing go up live this week, had a ton of interest, ton of showings every day, probably below the median value, real clean property. Probably had 6 to 8 showings a day for like 5-6 days in a row. And putting it in a contract, and guess who's getting the contract? Not necessarily the highest bidder, although they were on the high side, not the highest, but it was the agent, the realtor, who communicated, followed the MLS instructions, and then appropriately said, hey, I'm going to be submitting an offer. When's a good time that I could call you and we could talk voice to voice? Oh, great. After 7:30 p.m., after my kids go to bed, right? I talked to this guy. This guy communicates so well. And I'm like, and I'm the listing agent. He's going to represent the buyer. And I'm like, this guy's going to get the deal closed. This guy's going to keep me informed, introduce me to the lender, all the above. So communication is such a big deal in this market. So that's my 2 cents for today.
Yeah, and I want to share with folks a deal that came across my table from a wholesaler that I've done multiple deals with, just to show you what I mean by being cheap and only doing great deals. So I'm going to give you the exact numbers. So this deal came across, it was at 93704 in Fresno. It's a good area town, Old Fig. This particular property, the fair market value was $345. They're saying I could buy it for $270. In this case, they're estimating the rehab with about 10 grand. It's lipstick, it's power washing, some indoor trim, paint, things of that nature. And they're estimating, less than 2-week turn to get it back on the market. And I told them no, not enough meat on the bone. First off, in order to sell in this market, you probably have to sell FHA or VA, which means you have the 90-day rule. So even though it's a light rehab, you're still stuck holding something through the winter. Who knows where things will be in January. So again, that might have been a deal. That probably is a deal I get done in 21, 22, when everything's up and to the right. That's not a deal that I would even consider today. 270, 10K, 345 exit. First off, I think 345 is high. I think 10K is low, right? There's just not, you got to be extra conservative in a market like this. So I'm getting more direct calls from wholesalers, which means their other buyers are backing out. I'm a known buyer. I'm a known cheap buyer. So if my phone is ringing now on deals like this, it tells me that more and more buyers are backing away because of 8% mortgage rate, because they don't have their own capital, because they have to borrow at 10 or 12%. So again, this is not, I don't do this deal at 270. I do it at 220, 225, right? I am a cheap son of a gun. So just want to give everybody kind of an update on that. Ty, you do a lot of these deals. What do you think?
No, spot on. I mean, 10,000 easily turns into 18 to 25, maybe 30 with a few surprises. And I believe you said 345 could turn into 329. So it could, easily just with a little hiccup in the market so no, I agree. Great deals only, and awesome deals. They need to be home run deals. They need to be clear cut winners, nothing within margin. 100% agree.
Absolutely. Well, let's go around one more time, give our numbers, because lots of people need to reach out to this amazing team. Carlos, if somebody want to reach out, get a bid, quote, they want to do a flip with you, what's the number?
Definitely. Give us a call at 559-681-8431. That's 559-681-8431.
Yep, you're going to get the wonderful and lovely Martha. Be kind, be generous. She's a wonderful human being. Carlos, you clearly married up. Congratulations. Matt, how about you? How should people reach out?
We're happy to help. We're in 48 states. Go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out that quick form, and we're happy to help. I want to say something real quick because I think Ty hit on something that's very important. You're doing the work as an investor, and if you're an investor who's out there looking for deals, you got to find an agent who's doing the work as well. Like, as somebody who's in the weeds, it is vitally important the pros you work with are doing the work. And Ty mentioned it too. Calling the agents, having conversations, and finding out what was the seller's bottom line. What do we need to make this deal get done? Here's my lender. Here's how strong my buyer is. And putting that deal together. Not all agents are doing the work. Not all agents are built the same. So, you might have an agent where it's like a cool person to have a beer with and you like them, but it is an agent that's doing the work. There's a huge difference. So you've got to do the work. You need to have an agent who's also doing the work. Vitally important. So greatmortgagebroker.com. We're happy to get you pre-approved. And if you don't have an agent, we've got great agents that we've worked with in the past that have a track record of doing the work and can, be vitally important in helping you secure that deal.
Very, very cool. Well, Amy, you're part of greatmortgagebroker.com, which is awesome. But if somebody wanted to get some specific insight into Fresno, maybe an investor, because again, you've been in Fresno a long time, somebody want to know about the programs, get some assistance with buying in Fresno, how are they reaching out to you?
greatmortgagebroker.com or 559-472-0686. And yeah, Matt, you beat me to it. If you don't have an agent that's doing the work for you, we could absolutely help you with that.
Absolutely. And Ty, the OG of the phone call, somebody who's been doing this just a little bit longer than I have, which I respect. You're going to be part of the Fresno event on the 17th and 18th. You're kicking off day 2. Why don't you talk about that? What's going on with the event in Vegas, that celebration, and we'll close on that.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. So February, folks, come out, buy tickets. There's a few tickets left. That's not hype either. Everything Mike does, it's very intimate. It's a small group. So buy your tickets. They're very inexpensive. You can go to onerentalataTime.com. It's going to be great. 2-day event. There's going to be a concert, lots of networking, just the right people in the right room for the right reasons, all collaborating, sharing, go-givers. Also, too, if you have deal flow or you have, if you're agents out there, I have a free course. And I've mentioned, every week I get a couple of people that raise their hand and I just give away. It's a free course on creative real estate for agents. And I teach it, and it's very California specific. I originally did it specifically for the hub for people in Fresno. We're just giving it away. It's just a part of the community here at One Rental at a Time. Awesome. All you got to do is email me, ty@tylg.com. I also do some support Zoom calls on Thursday afternoons to support people. Again, all free. What do we want for it? We want to help you get better. Of course, if you have deal flow in the Central Valley for Fresno, for Michael and the team, we would love that. In the Bay Area for myself, but all across the board, mortgage for Matt, Amy, construction work for Carlos, all the above. This is about community. And that's what we're really building here. So come to the event, buy your tickets, one rental at a time.
Yeah. And if you're not getting some free leadership from Ty by emailing him ty@tylg.com, you're just being lazy, just absolutely lazy. Folks, have an amazing week. Thank you for being a part of the hub. Later.